Making a video on how to be an alpha camper. Every once in a while, you will have to be a camper. You know it and I know it. You can deny it, but it's the truth. So I waited. I almost didn't want to take that guy out. When I saw he started getting some shots taken on him, I figured, maybe I'll get the kill, but I missed him. But I'm wondering, did he die? What happened? So here's what I'm doing. I don't want to go over to the right because I know there's people. There's only 2 of us left in our squad. So I'm going to zigzag my way up to the next circle. I want to get behind that rock. I like that positioning. I'm not quite sure if it's in the circle, but I do want to get over there. I do know that a guy died. Now that I see that there's no one here, so he must have died. So I didn't want to stay. So whoever shot him, I didn't want to be his next victim. So I've zigzagged back to the left. So I'm just going right to left, because I don't, in case I see someone like this, I know my right side was slightly clear. So when I see that guy taken out, I know that those guys are starting to head to their left, coming my way. So I just book it to the left myself. And I'm trying to figure out, where do I want to go? I don't like being out in the open. I don't like hiding behind trees. This is where everyone gets killed. So now that I'm satisfied with the left, I don't see too many people over on the left side of that road. I'm just going to zigzag my way to the center. So when there's just 2 of us and we could be going up against squads, there's no cover here. It's just rocks, just trees. I was like, this is not what I want to be in. I do not want to be here. So no one's taking any shots at us, so I decide it's time to just go ahead and take one of these buildings. I'm trying to decide which building do I want to be in. Do I want to be in the 1-story or the 2-story? So I decided to do the 2-story, get the AK out, and then I'm just going to own this building. If anyone's here, I'm about to take them out. So I'm satisfied no one's here. So now it's time to camp. We've made it to the dead center of the circle. So I see those guys on the hill. I just assume they're about to hit me. I only have level 1 armor. So I get Striker here, who's got the Mini 14 with an 8X. And I'm going to tell him where exactly to look. So instead of just poking my head out, I tell him, look, where I am looking, you need to look through that window and look up the hill. He spots the guy. When I see that they might be looking at me, I just don't want to be hit. So I step into the bathroom, let him do his thing. He gets a knock. So now I feel safe, that I can peek out just for a moment. But man, we have the upper hand. We're in this building. As long as we can control it, we should be okay. So when he says, well, he can't get this second guy, I'm really not wanting to shoot. I don't want people to know we're here. But I do, I want to make sure that guy died. So when I hear these guys, I want to, take out a few of them if I can, or at least wound them. So my gunshots, the ones I didn't want to shoot, did draw attention. I wanted to get out of there as fast as I could because I know I can't get any more armor. This is the last bit of armor I've got to have until the end. So because I've got so many energy drinks, I just go ahead and down them all. I have to make sure I make it to the end of the game. So we're just holding up here. And we spot these 3 guys. So you almost have to take them out. Once they know you're in the building, you've got to take them out. You can't let them rush you. Especially when it's 3-on-2. So this is exactly why I didn't want to be out there in the field. 3 guys, 1 tree for cover. That equals a free trip to the lobby. Ooh, stung him in the buttocks. Alright, so I heard some more gunfire over this building. I'm just trying to take a peek, hoping that I don't get popped in the head. But I didn't think anyone had a high enough vantage point to really hit me really well. But I don't want to keep my head up too long. So they had said that they had heard a guy over in this bush. So I'm just taking a couple shots to see if I see some blood splatter. But look, we're just camping this building. It is all ours. And we're just waiting for more people to die. And I spot this guy standing, looting. Like, really? So I get the knock. Somebody else steals my kill. That's okay. You know, that stuff happens as long as these guys are dying. You know, that's really the point. So if you're going to be an alpha camper, you're going to have a close quarters weapon. So I like the AKM as my close quarters gun. I've got the 4X on the M4. You know, any kind of you know, what I'm doing here, which you know you're not really seeing because I'm not having to, but I'm listening. And if I hear any footsteps come up those stairs, if I hear a door open, you know, I'm going to spring into action and watch those stairs. So I know there's a guy in that building, so that's why I'm watching it. Just in case he pops out, I want to be able to get him as he comes across the road. But as soon as I hear these guys coming up behind us, I go into defend mode. So I'm hoping maybe that grenade will either make them run away, second guess coming up in here, or if I got lucky and would down one, that would be awesome. But I am afraid that they're going to run up here and try and gun us down. So that's why Stryker has stepped back a little bit. So I'm going to throw these grenades. If they run up, maybe they just down me and he survives, or he can back me up and finish him off and rescue me if that's the case. But thank goodness they did not come up here. You know, I wouldn't have gone up there if I was in their position. I would have just let those people stay and let them jump out because that's when they're vulnerable. When I hear these gunshots, I want to investigate, see if I can pick anyone off. And sure enough, check this out. Here comes the guy. Boom, couple bullets, easy kill. Now it's 2 on 2. So, now it's time for alpha camping to end. You always have to know when you got to stop. So I'm just taking a peek. I know Scuba Steve said he saw someone in the smoke, so that's why I'm just going to throw that grenade. And I see that guy to the right. Hoping I can get a couple hits on that guy, hurt him. So now it's time to advance, time to take it to him. That's why I'm going to keep the AKM out. Scuba says there's still a guy in the smoke. So when I look, I see him. Boom, get flashed, but it doesn't matter. Got the chicken dinner to go with it. Anyway, sometimes, like I said, you've got to camp. And if you get the chance like we did, go center of the map. You're going to be in the circle the longest, and you get to wait till the last second to have to pop up and shoot the last guy. That's what we did. Anyways, hope these tips help. Take care.